Mic check.
Check.
Yeah, they can hear. Okay, thanks everyone for tuning in. We are here today in Formula One's Division 1 Race 6. Sorry, I got that messed up. I meant OFR's Formula 1 Division 1 Race 6. We're racing around Canada here today, and we've got 16 drivers, and 2 more are going to join, I believe, midway through quali because they have some connection issues. You've got Dr. Robot and Havoc here. How you doing, Havoc?
Really good, Robot. Just waiting for the start, really, to the weekend. Canada's one of those tracks. It's a lot of momentum, but then at the end, you've got Sector 3, a little bit of a stop. But the guys have been putting practice in this morning. We'll have to see how they do. Qualifying should be very, very fast, and we should see a bit of a mix-up on tire strategy as well.
Yeah, you know, same thing that we saw last week. Soft tires don't really last that long, do they, around here? And I think, yeah, you're right, we're going to see a mix with that strat, so expect to see the faster guys to do these fake quali laps where they break at the last minute and come in and put mediums on at the very end. What is the strat looking like?
It's looking towards a soft medium. I think the guys are starting to figure out that they may want to even go medium soft, because you're only going to get one set of mediums in qualifying, which gives you one set during the race. So I believe what the guys are wanting to try to do is go medium soft. The lesser experienced guys are going to go soft medium and kind of follow that, you know, default setup that the game gives you. But we'll just have to wait and see. It's good. That's the whole point of me saying that the tire strategy is going to be really weird today. We're not going to know what these guys are thinking. I mean, you could see guys like Stinson go soft medium. You could see that go medium soft medium. I mean, it's going to be all over the place, I think. And then you've got the caution flags. We've got the safety car. So many variables that are going to change the tire strat today.
Absolutely. So I think Vilsack has just started his lap. He's actually invalidated his lap and he's had to pull out of it, actually. He's just going across the start-finish line now. And he's going to have to go all the way around again because he just invalidated at the final chicane at turns 13 and 14. And now he's gone straight on to avoid the car ahead of him. And that looks like it's an Alfa Romeo. Who's that? It's not Ollie. It must be Stinson. It is. So let's ride on board Stinson as he makes his way through the the first chicane there, rather. So he's just got through 4 and 5. A little bit of a right-hander here. You want to break at that black board as you're coming into turn 6. This is a really slippy part of the track, isn't it?
It is. It's a very slippy, but they have to keep the momentum up. I mean, it's not hard braking. They have to slide through there as fast as they can and straight line that corner as much as possible. Here he comes to the second chicane. Same thing. He's got to straight line that thing as much as he can. And then when he comes around to the hairpin, this is the first full braking zone where they're hard on the brakes of the whole track. He gets around a little bit wide, but he's going to come around for a slingshot, and it's going to send him down the casino straight all the way down to the last chicane.
Yeah, and that hairpin there is probably where we're going to see most of the overtakes. It's pretty much one of the 3 opportunities where you can overtake around here, so I think there's going to be a lot of action through there as he comes through the final chicane there. That is the wall of champions there. You need to avoid that at all costs. And he crosses the line with a 108.8.
It's not a bad first lap at all. We saw the guys doing 108s this morning in practice. All the big hitters were there. We didn't see Gurman this morning. We saw Margaret. Margaret looks very, very solid going around Canada. But yeah, that turn, that last chicane, the Wall of Champions, that's where all the invalidations are going to come from. You have to get your lap started. It's the last part of the track as well, so if you invalidate, you have to go all the way around. Just as you were saying earlier about Vilsack, he's got to go all the way around, pit, get a new set of tires.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tricky one. Just give me a second, I just need to adjust my party audio because it's a little bit backwards at the moment. That's better. Back into the race now. So who else is on a hot lap right now? Let me have a look. Izat has invalidated as he's coming down that back straight. So I'm not sure if this is his... this is his hot lap. He's already done 1 lap on these softs. So is he going to come in or is he going to stay out and try and set another one? Looks like he's coming in. Yep. So a 108. Do you think we're going to see people in the 107s?
It's hard to tell. There were talks of it in early session practice this morning. Gurman's one of those guys. Excuse me. Gurman can get to the 107s. It's going to be high 107s. The guys were thinking maybe 107.8, high up there. It's going to be a very slim margin to get into the 107. We can see he's at do it. Margaret's been practicing all morning to try and get it, and I think he could get there.
So yeah, plenty of invalidations that we're seeing then. I'm riding on board with Margaret, who's just set his fastest lap. He's done a 1:08.6, a 6.6, the devil's numbers. He's going to come straight into the pits now and pop on a new pair of boots, I think. Is he? Yes, he is. He's coming straight in. CPI Ablaze, that's the old squashed apple, is on an out lap right now. So let's stick with him and see how he gets on. Now, he's been training pretty hard for this week. He's done plenty of laps around here. He's looking a little bit glitchy on my screen though, so don't think he's got his Wi-Fi issues sorted out just yet. Maybe OFR can fund an Ethernet cable for him. And want to say hello to Smalley and Moo, but I don't think he did. I think it glitched him into the wall, so I don't think he touched it on his screen. He's going to have to rejoin. They're having issues as well. CPI Blaze is just starting his lap now. Let's see how he gets on. So, want to stick to the right hand side here as he's coming into turn 1. Brakes just as the grass starts again after that tarmac patch. Big lock up on that front left and another there on the front right. He's swapping the balance of the load there, and it's just alternating between the tyres. So he brakes at about 60 metres there and turns in. He's not looking tidy at the minute, but I think that could be the network issue, and he's looking a lot more like he's sliding around on my screen, but he's probably not on his screen. So let's see what his sector 2 time is now. He's just coming around that really slippy right-hander, and he's coming down the second DRS zone here. So you want to brake just as you get out from underneath that bridge. There is a shadow on the ground, but you can't trust it. Definitely if there's going to be overcast or rain in the race, you definitely don't want to use that as a braking zone. And he's invalidated his lap, so that was at the 3rd chicane he's invalidated. And that's just another place where you can invalidate around here. Almost every chicane is a invalidation opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, the guys have got to be super careful. But at the same time, we're going to see them go as flat out as they possibly can. They have to straight line these things as much as they can. You're going to see them cut the corner every time. He's going to come back around.
I think he... Turn 1.
I'm not sure because he got the invalidation again, and that might be why he's going slow. I think he invalidated at the Wall of Champions.
Oh, I see. So he was kind of prepping his car for another lap and then he invalidated. That is a shame.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose that's what happens when you have a pit lane that starts before the final corner. You see the same kind of thing at Silverstone, you know. If you don't dive into the pits and stay out and cut that final chicane, you've invalidated the entire lap. And there's a few tracks that are like that, actually, and yeah. Definitely needs to be careful about that. So it's still Margaret in first place at the minute. Stinson has come back out on track. But let's ride on board with Tommy, because we've seen some great pace from Tommy these past few races. He's riding in the Mercedes. He has invalidated though, so this is another invalidator right now. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough fuel to get around another lap. Let's see if he's prepping his car or not. He's going straight on here. He's allowing the faster car to pass, so he's moved out of the way. That's extremely kind of him. It was Abby who went past him, and now he's got another car. It looks like that's a Red Bull behind him as well. So let's see if Tommy's going to stay out here. We've got Izat in the 107s now as well. He set a 107.896.
That's super fast from Izat there.
Yeah, very, very fast. That's impressive. So Tommy is staying out, so let's stick with Tommy now and see how he gets on through Sector 1. So, see if he's got the same braking point as Blaze. He does, just as that grass starts again. Not as big of a lock-up on that front left, a little one on the front right, but now he's got Abby in front of him, and he's definitely going to disrupt the card. There he goes, moves out to the right-hand side before he gets to the first chicane. Brakes at about 60 metres there. As much curve as possible on the first, little as possible on the next, to make sure you don't slam into that wall. Tommy is looking quick around here. His Sector 1, he's 2 tenths up on his time already, so he's looking at a 109.4 for now, and I think he's got a lot more in it. So, DRS wide open again as he's coming down this middle straight now. Sector 2 time's going to be just before the hairpin, so we'll keep an eye on that. He's looking solid, not extremely quick. He was a bit hesitant going through the chicane, making sure he didn't invalidate again. But his Sector 2 time is now 1/10 up again, so he's looking at a 109.3 so far. Round the hairpin he goes. He needs to get that car straightened up as quick as possible. We've got someone off. It's Ollie. Ollie has come off after the first chicane there. He's against the wall. I bet he took too much of that inside curve there, as we just said. He's coming up to the final chicane now is Tommy. Let's see if he can get this braking point right. Extremely difficult braking point because you can hardly see the actual braking boards on the left-hand side there. They're right on the ground. Very, very small. He's coming across the line now. He's set a 109.1, so he did improve, and that's put him up into 9th place. Good job there, Tommy.
Not bad from Tommy. He's getting faster every week. I've been paying attention to him. Cam finally gets back into the session. Tommy's going to pull over and let someone by. He gets through the gears fairly quickly, doesn't he? I mean, it looks like he's getting through the gears a little bit faster than everybody else is. It does cause him to have to downshift that one extra gear in certain corners, but I don't think it's bothering him at all.
Yeah, we've just got Cam left the session again. I definitely think there's a big network problem that's going on. Some of these guys who don't usually look glitchy look extremely glitchy on my screen right now as well, so yeah, something must be happening. But anyway, riding on board with Honda right now, who's invalidated, and he's on a hot lap. So again, I'm not sure if he's going to come in. We're about to find out though. Let's see if he sticks to the left or if he brakes and starts the lap again. He's coming straight into the pit. So he's only going to get 2 more opportunities to do this, so he needs to make sure the next one is right at least. He's currently on a 109.1. He can definitely get in the 108s.
Here comes Margaret, Robot. Margaret with a 108.2. He's going to bump Stinson back down to P3. Margaret's going to take that P2 spot. Very good lap. Came through the Wall of Champions with tons of speed. He looked very solid today. Margaret hasn't had, I want to say, the season that I think he hoped for at the beginning of the season. I think he was hoping to be up there a little bit more. He's still up there every week, but I think, you know, with Honda coming in, Gurman having the season that he's having, he's at, obviously, you know, is going to be putting in work every week. And then Stinson, it's a lot of top players, isn't it? That you have to be on all the time.
Yeah, I mean, when Margaret first joined OFR, I think his first race was around France, and he had an absolutely amazing race. He was leading the race for quite some time. He was going to get a race win, and he buckled on that really long right-hander. I think it was turn 14, possibly turn 10 or 11, I can't remember. Anyway, and since then, he's really been playing catch-up. It doesn't look like he's had the same confidence, but he's currently in P5 in the championship, though. He's on 48 points. He's only 3 behind Gurman, and he's currently ahead of Gurman in qualifying. And after Gurman, he's only, 16 behind Honda, who's in P3, so he's not actually that far away from the top 3 right now. And a decent finish round here, if he spends the whole race battling Honda again like he did last week in Mexico, he's going to be in for a solid race finish, and he's just slowly closing that gap to the top 3. He's looking good.
Yeah, he's looking very good. The standings have got Ezat still up there, 95, and then Stinson, 81. Stinson's not letting him go, is he? Stinson's still hanging in there. I mean, we're only in the second quarter of our calendar this season, and Stinson's not letting him go. I think he's got to put in some consistent races to stay there, and he's got to hope for Ezat to have some bad ones to pass him.
Absolutely, I think you're right. I just want to give a shout out to everyone that's joined the chat so far as well. Big shout out to Smalley, Moo Bear. Smalley is never commentating, just to let you guys know. Danny's here as well. Danny, hopefully you're commentating D2 next, where you're going to be watching Havoc racing around the Canadian circuit. So that should be a good white race to watch as well on the backup channel. Riding on board right now with a Blaze. I think he's the only one out at the moment, apart from Scotty. Tell you what, let's switch to Scotty, because we've not actually spectated him yet. He is on... He's going slow. Is he on an out lap? It's not saying he's on an out lap. He must have had an off somewhere, and he's trying to coax his tyres around the track. This is going to be his last opportunity if he doesn't decide to come in, so he's got to be quick about this.
Yeah, maybe trying to save these tires. Alex doesn't have a time, and Cam's been having issues with network. Cam's going to have to be, quick about it. He's going to have to come out here barely any warm-up laps and put a time in.
Yeah, that's going to be tricky. If Cam can get in the top 10 after pretty much zero experience on this track since the session started, good for him. It's going to be an amazing thing to see. I think Scotty is trying to manage his fuel. He's not used any of his ERS. He's got 100% of his ERS right now. His ERS is open. Let's see if he's going to stay out there and try and set a lap, or if he's going to come in. No, he's coming in. He's coming in. So why was he driving so slowly? How strange.
It's going to be close, isn't it? If he even has another set of softs, it's going to be close if he can get back out and come around for the lap. I don't know. It's going to be super tight. Cam's in as well. Lazo's in.
So we've got some people in the chat saying that the quality of the stream is poor. I'm not sure why. It's looking fine for me. I'm watching it on my YouTube on my computer. It looks fine there, so maybe it's just someone else. Who's out on track right now?
Oh no, I think Tommy's just invalidated at the Wall of Champions to start his last lap.
Oh,
he may...
I think he's okay. I think he's okay.
Yeah, I think he's okay.
The track was red, but as soon as he crossed the line, it switched to green, so I think it's okay. Let's ride on board with Tommy then. He's in that Mercedes. Teammate of Izat, of course, and I think those guys are leading the championship as well, aren't they?
Yeah,
Mercedes is leading
right.
105 points to Alpha with 97, so they're 8 points clear at the moment. Tommy's made it through that slippy right-hander okay, actually. He's looking a bit quicker. Let's have a look at his Sector 2 time now. After the chicane, rather, he's coming up to the hairpin. He's looking a lot quicker than he was last time. He's having to battle the curb a little bit there because it almost turned his car over there. He took a bit too much of it. Sector 2 time coming up. He's 5/10 up on his time.
Ooh.
Tommy's in the 108s already. Wow, that's
he's
an
looking
improvement.
very good. All he's got to do is get the wheel spin out of the way, and he's almost home free. One last chicane coming up to the Wall of Champions, turns 13 and 14. He looks super solid, Robot.
Ooh, he actually goes down the brakes a lot quicker than he goes up them. So let's have a look. He's going across the line now. He is in the 108. He's got
what a time! What a time! Top 5, P5 for Tommy.
Look at that! Good job, Tommy. Didn't expect that from him. I mean, he has been getting quicker and quicker these past races, but not top 5. Look at that! Fantastic.
Putting on a show.
Absolutely. Let's jump down to Mishta Mark, who has invalidated. He's another invalidator. Coming around the hairpin now. He's just made it through, coming into the DRS zone. It's going to be his last attempt now. Hopefully he's got enough fuel to make it through. He's got a yellow flag ahead of him. I think that's just an Alpha going slowly. No, it's an Alpha preparing for his lap. Let's see who it is. It must be Stinson because Ollie's out. So it is Stinson. Let's see what he can do in Sector 1. He's invalidated.
Oh, big lockup and he invalidated.
Oof. That's it. It's just how easy it is. It doesn't even look like his right wheel actually went off the track there. But that's Codemasters. They know more than we do. So a validation. Now, is he going to have enough time to get through? He could do it. He could, because he was 1:13 when he invalidated. And it's only a 1:08. But going this slowly, he's not going to have a chance.
No, I think he's going to save it. He's P3 right now. Not a lot of guys left. I mean, I'm sure German's putting one in, but is it worth putting the extra laps on those tires?
Now, Izat's invalidated as well. He's just coming up to the hairpin now, so he might make it. Margalit hasn't invalidated, though, and he is 800ths up on his time so far. He is still 4/10 behind Izat. Yeah, he is still 4/10 behind Izat, but fastest Sector 1, let's see what he can do. He's taking a really wide entry into that corner there. That was quick.
Wow.
Here we go. Let's see what his Sector 2 time is. And he needs to be about 2/10 up. Oh,
he's fast Sector 2.
Oh, he's saying purple Sector 2. Hang on, something strange is going on, because it's only showing that he's 800ths up. But he's the fastest in the middle sector and the first sector. Oh, here we go, Margaret then. Let's see what happens. Checkered flag has been waved. Izat is still out. So Izat is setting a lap. Margaret, he's going to invalidate. No, he's invalidated! Oh, he's in the last corner. First part of the chicane was okay, but it was after that.
It was a 108.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. He could have got it. According to the track map anyway, he was going purple. Let's see if Izat's going to improve. So he's coming up to the end of sector invalidation. Just like that. Another invalidation. That means Izat's got provisional
started
pole.
Another lap.
He did make it then. Oh, he's invalidated.
But it's invalidated. Yeah, he's invalidated. German
like
goes
that.
P3.
Oh, German's pushed
And Honda goes P4. Stinson, that's going to put Stinson all the way down to P5.
Yikes. This is going to be an interesting start to the race then, isn't it?
It is. We haven't even spoken about that. There's a double file start. The guys have got to get through one. Izat's going to break a wing here and some more stuff. But a double file start, such a short run down to 1 and 2. And one of the more trickier parts to navigate for the start of a race, Cam retires as well. But, I mean, could you just imagine the start of this race with these guys? Ezat, Margler, Berman, Hansen, top 5. They have to get through this turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 sector side by side.
They do, and do you know what's going to be most difficult? If you're on the inside line here, you cannot see the right side of the track, and because there is essentially no braking boards, there are only other ones on the ground, the car is going to be blocking them. They're not going to be able to know where to brake. And remember, guys, these guys have no racing line. They have no assist whatsoever, so a lot of them are going to be going blind into the first corner, and if they haven't practiced side by side, lap 1, turn 1, in practice earlier today, then they're going to be in trouble. Shout out to Nils, who's just joined us as well. Good to have you here, Nils. This is going to be a really interesting first lap. Chances of a safety car at turn 1? I think they're pretty high.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very high. I mean, not only turn 1, anywhere on the first lap, safety car chances are up there. All the chicanes that we've got, you go too wide into any of these chicanes, it's not going to be good.
It's not. This is going to be great to watch, and also could be quite painful for a few drivers. But, well, this is mainly a spectator sport, so let's see what we got. Nils, I don't think I'm going to race today now, unfortunately, but I should be back after the break again. Hopefully I'll see if I can join someone in commentary or be a race engineer for an ex-teammate, who knows. I will be hosting the session though, so expect the invites from me. Right. So, it's a 28 lap race, right?
35.
Sorry, where did I get 28 from? Am I still thinking I'm still thinking China. And it's going to be a 2-stopper. So you said soft, medium, medium, is that right?
Soft, medium, medium is the default. The safer guys that are going to, go with the safe strategy, it's going to be a soft, medium, medium. Everybody qualified on softs, though, as far as I can remember. If you're outside of the top 10, you're going to get that option to go to mediums, and you can go medium. I mean, it could be an option to go medium, medium, soft, and we may see a lot of guys do that.
Yeah, and surprisingly, we saw both Lika and Vilsek outside of the top 10 here. They've got Cam by their side too. So it would be wise, I think, for those guys to go for that longer stint, at the beginning, just to catch them out under a safety car. It could really spice things up here. And to be honest, a lot of the guys out of the top 10 recently have been starting on the alternate tyre, not the option tyre, the opposite. So yeah, definitely gonna spice things up. Amir's joined us now as well. Amir, good to have you back. Good to see you in the stream as well. Let's hope this is a nice, clean, but entertaining race. 20 seconds to go.
And if I can remember right, Robot, I believe the undercut is super, super strong around Canada.
Yeah, it is. Fresh tyres around here, even in real life too. Fresh tyres give you such an advantage here. Undercut's super powerful.
Yeah, once the softs drop off, when they get to like lap 5, here come the lights.
That's all 5 red lights now, and that's all 5 lights gone, and we are away. So I'm going to quickly jump to Ezat's onboard and actually jump down to Marglit just to see if Ezat got a terrible start. No, he didn't. He got a pretty even start, and it's Ezat leading into turn 1. Pretty clean so far. I can't see any drama. Stinson's trying to go around the outside of Honda, but Honda's having none of it right now. Now we've got both Marglit and German going side by side. Marglit's going to have the inside as they go into the first chicane. Is he going to keep it? Yes, he is. He is, and Stinson is still behind Honda. No changes yet.
None. Got through very, very tight. The guys are single file already. Still making a move. Ollie's making a move.
Yeah, German's just got past Marglit too. Just as we said there were no changes, German snuck down the inside there. And now Stinson has also got Honda down the inside too. But Honda's going to have, I believe, the inside line as they're coming into the next chicane. Is he going to keep it? Yes, he is. Stinson's gone straight on. He's gone straight on. And look at that. He's cut the track. Didn't get a penalty though. And now he's gone on the grass. He's not looking stable at the moment.
No, he's not. He's getting
super
unstable. He's got to get calmed down right here.
Oh, look at this CPI Blaze. Tommy has got past him as well. He's dropping down the field a little bit here, and Mish DeMark is now pressuring him from behind as well. Now, up ahead, it's still Ezat leading 1.1 seconds, and he's got Marglit just 5/10 behind him, so Ezat's got the biggest gap right now. Everyone else is within a second of each other. Look at this. Through the wall of champions we go. Through the final chicane at 13 and 14, everyone's made it through clear so far. I'm surprised everyone is keeping it so close at the minute with no contact whatsoever. This is fantastic.
This is insane. Poor Lika. Lika already in the pits. I'm not sure if it was a broken wing or not, or if he's got a wing change coming.
Yeah,
he does. He's got a wing change coming.
Oh, no.
The bad luck continues for Racing Point. His teammate Santi is all the way.
He's not even in. He hasn't rejoined because of his network issue. Oh no.
That's right.
Bad day for Racing Point. Leak is now out of the pits on, believe it or not, hard tyres. Is that a good strat?
He's gonna have, I don't know. I can't say it is. I mean, I would have went to the mediums
Oh
and
no,
then tried to make them up.
he's on mediums. Sorry.
Okay. Now look who's called up to EZAT.
Yeah,
Gurman has shrunk the gap by half a second, and he's already there. He's gonna give EZAT a run for his money when the DRS gets activated.
I'm surprised. EZAT must have made a mistake somewhere because he was 1.1 seconds ahead. No way Gurman can take out 8/10 unless EZAT's made a mistake. But look at this. He's still trailing. He didn't even lose any time. Hardly any time as he's going through the final chicane. And that is somewhere where you lose it. And he's just gone fastest as well. At 1:11.435 for Gurman.
Look how close he is to the back of the car. He is pushing EZAT around the track. EZAT trying to break the line.
He is. I'm not sure if EZAT got oversteer there or not, but I think you're right. I think he was just trying to cover the inside. He is getting pressured right now, isn't he?
Now these two know each other. They've got races other than OFR that they are involved in, so they know each other and they know each other's pace. EZAT's going to have to break this toe. If he can't, DRS is going to get activated and he's going to have a handful.
He is, but EZAT, if there's anyone who does not crumble under pressure, it's EZAT. If you ever seen EZAT have any problem whatsoever with someone who's falling behind.
If you're going to pass EZAT, you're going to have to do it clean and you're going to have to do it quick because he's not going to let you have it.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. So Gurman looks like Gurman was trying to fake EZAT a little bit there. He was moving to the right. Maybe EZAT saw it in his wing mirror. Who knows? But EZAT's looking solid right now. He's maintaining that roughly 5 tenths of a second gap. Sorry. Let's jump down to Honda and Margaret though, because once again, these two are battling with under a second now. In Mexico, I think there was only 2 laps where these two were outside of a second of each other, and other than that, they battled for the entire race. Margaret did pick up a penalty in the end for a dangerous move at turn 2 in Mexico, but they handled it correctly. They submitted the penalty, they submitted the report, sorry, and the penalty was given. And as far as I'm concerned, they're both on good terms, so expect to see some great racing between these two again another week.
Yeah, just 2 drivers. I mean, going around. And you're racing all day and then you're waiting for that move to happen. I mean, he had to throw it in somewhere.
Oh, Abby's retired from the session. We've got yellow in 2 and 3. It's out of the third chicane. It's the safety car. We've got a safety car on lap 4. Oh, wow. So what's it going to be?
Smack that wall coming around the left.
What's it going to be? EZAT's in. Gurman's in. Steve's in. Honda's in. Everyone must be coming in. It'll be. Lika's going to stay out.
They were coming up on the change anyways in the next lap or 2.
That's true. So let's. Oh, EZAT's just got out ahead of CPI Blaze. That was crucial. That could have cost EZAT a position there. He just got out in time.
And oh, look at this. Tommy stayed out and Ollie stayed out.
Misha March double stacked with his teammate. Was a bit too close to him, and that has allowed him to. And he's changing his wings. He's changing his wing. He is. Oh, he's going to lose so much time here. He's going to lose so much time. Now, where's Lika? Remember? Oh, Lika's not even come up to the final chicane yet. Wow.
Now, something's had to have happened to Vilsek because Vilsek hasn't came around.
He's in the pits as well.
For the pits, yeah, he's going to come in. But something had to have happened.
Yeah, because Vilsek's on the hard tyre right now. He's on 1 lap old hard tyre, so something happened to Vilsek last lap.
Yeah, he's going to get a free pit stop here, and he's going to get a free catch-up to get back up to the safety car. So he's back on normal strat, and he's going to get a chance to catch up to the safety car here. Everybody is. Leak is going to get a shot. We're going to scrunch the field back up, and we're going to do it again. This time the guys are going to go single file as they go through turn 1.
So the only guys not to pit under the safety car, Tommy is leading now in the Mercedes, Ollie in the Alpha, teammate to Stinson, Scotty in the Renault, I think he's the only one of his team driving today, and we've got Leek who obviously pitted 3 laps ago for that medium tyre after that lap 1 debacle. So we've got 4 guys not pitting under the safety car.
Now Tommy's on the softs.
Yes, that's what I was
and you've got to wonder... I don't know if we've got his telemetry or if we can see how much wear he's got, but how long do you reckon he's got on those softs? He can't come in. If he comes in, he's dead last.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Tommy make a similar error in Mexico? I'm sure that, or the previous race in China possibly. I'm sure he stayed out under the safety car, and he shouldn't have done because it cost him pretty much 10 positions. We'll have to wait and see that. But that's soft tyre, 5-lap old softs, and let's not forget he qualified 5th or 6th, didn't he? So these are going to be the ones that he qualified on. So
yeah,
they must be 8 laps old now.
Yeah. Now Ollie and Scotty, you wouldn't think so much of them making a bad call because they started on the mediums. They're going to have a good run coming out right here. Now, they are going to be on an older set as opposed to Izat, Margaret, and everyone else behind. And they're going to have to go because Izat is on a crutch and he is coming.
Yeah, fresh medium tyres for Izat. Fresh for Margaret. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
Now,
Margaret's jumped
happen?
German. I think German must have got stuck in the pits. Remember,
you're right, because Honda's still there, Blaze is still there, and Stinson's still there.
I think CPI Blaze might have got just ahead of German as German was trying to exit whilst CPI was trying to enter. Izak just got in front of him, and I think that could have cost him a position here. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Margaret, he's safety car in his lap. Margaret must... Now, truth be told, somehow Steve managed to convince me that if he got a podium, he could get a £50 voucher from OFR. Now, I'm gonna pray that he doesn't get a podium here today now. Otherwise, I'm going to be £50 out of pocket. But if he does, good for him, though. Something's happened in that pit lane, and he's gained a position.
That's huge.
It really is.
Because he had to catch up, because they were a second, I believe they were about 1.4 ahead when the safety car came out. So he had to catch up on the Delta. Here come the guys through 13, here they come through 14. He had to catch up and then make the pass.
So Tommy's away. He's not broken away too much from Ollie, so Ollie was definitely not sleeping on the restart. He was wide awake. Tommy's had a little bit of a lockup, but expected going through turn 1. No front right lockup through turn 2, so he's looking okay. Maybe the tyres aren't that bad, and maybe with the fact that they've cooled down under those safety car laps, maybe that's going to extend their life just a little bit longer. He could be in a decent position, but only for about 1 or 2 laps here.
Yeah, we'll have to check his lap times, and we'll have to see what he's doing. Anything under or anything over a 111, and you know they're falling off.
Yeah, Margaret's been jumped by 3 people. Look at the 2 people, sorry. Both German and Honda have got ahead of him.
Oh, no.
Didn't see that happen again. I think that's the
It had to be
commentator's
the
curse right
restart.
there. Yeah, I think they cursed him. Apologies. But let's hope he can fight back, because he is quick around here. We know he is very, very quick around Canada. He's been practicing all week. And he deserves a podium win, so let's hope he can get it. Izak has now got past Scotty, down the inside, as they go through the hairpin.
Scotty kind of let that happen. He moved to the side, thinking that Izak was going to be quicker to make the overtake happen. Comes right out in front of German. German's going to have to get around too. He can't let Izak go.
No, he cannot let Izak go. But the thing is, I think Scotty did the right thing there, because he didn't want to get challenged on the next straight, because this is going to happen. And look at that, German's got him now. Thankfully, it happened after the chicane and not during it, because that would have been tricky for Tommy.
He's got to be careful, because he's going to get freight trained here. Honda's right there. Honda's ready to go as well. And if Honda gets by, then look who else is coming. Margaret's coming and Stinson's coming.
Izak's just got... Stinson's in.
Is Stinson in?
Sorry. No, he's not in. Sorry. But Izak's just picked up the penalty. Izak has just got a... Let's have a look. He's got a 3-second penalty there for a first chicane rather, cut. So that means from this point onwards, Izak's going to be raking up the penalties just like he did in Mexico, and that could again cost him a win. Now he's got his teammate ahead of him right now, as he's got past Ollie. Try and get past Ollie as well.
Now, what do you reckon the team orders are going to be when... not when Izak gets to Tommy, but when German gets to Tommy? We'll have to pay attention. Izak loves seeing that Mercedes in front of him because he knows that's his teammate. He knows German's behind. If he makes the move, how hard is Tommy going to make this for German?
Quite hard, hopefully, but I know Timmy and Izak are definitely not in the same party. And they're not the kind of teammates that you'd expect. You know, they're not ones that stay in the party. They're not ones that communicate before or after the race. I think Tommy is going to use his common sense and get out of the way once Izak gets closer. And to be honest, I think Tommy is a clever enough guy to know that he needs to at least attempt to hold up German and Honda and Stinson behind him. So I think we're going to see it.
That's
but
what I was
surprisingly,
say.
he's not letting Izak pass at the moment.
No, he's not, but DRS is activated on this side. They're going to get it as they come through this chicane right here.
Yeah, but look at
German is
this,
right there.
Yeah. German's so close. Tommy needs to let his teammate pass now. Right, here we go. Izat's got DRS. German's got
He's
DRS
gotta
as
figure
well.
out how to do this.
They can't get past him yet. It's still Tommy ahead. This is not what
Tommy's got to be
Izat
careful
wants.
because Tommy's trying to figure out how to let Izat go, but keep German behind. There it is. There's the block from Tommy. And oh my gosh! And then Izat, they will bang. Tommy made that move to the outside.
This is Hamilton Rosberg style. This is not. Well, this is exactly what you'd expect to see from the old Mercedes team.
There they go. German's gonna follow suit. He's gonna get.
German's just hit Tommy. He's just hit him into the wall.
That's not. That was uncalled for. I don't think he got that kind of reaction from Tommy. Yeah, that's very, very uncalled for.
That was a bit. So to be honest, I don't think German did that on purpose. I just think he didn't realise that Tommy was going as fast as he was. I think he tried to move to the left to get around Izat, not realising Tommy was there.
Yeah, still you gotta have that awareness. I mean,
you do. You have to have it.
I don't think Tommy put the block on and then slammed on the brakes. I don't think it was harsh at all. No. It was just one of those moves where he was trying to make it happen in the hairpin. It was a very clever thing for Tommy to do, move over at the hairpin and see if Izat was going to make the move on the inside. German tried to follow suit, but then when he seen he couldn't do it, he tried to go out, and then Tommy was there. So that's cheeky.
Very cheeky. We'll have to wait to see if there's a report put into the stewards now. Honda is finding himself inside an Alfa Romeo sandwich at the moment. Ollie did an absolutely fantastic job blocking Izat for Stinson last week in Mexico. Let's not forget that very, very clever move that he did. Is he going to do the same now? Well, he's not going to be able to defend as well, because look at that Honda's pass already. Now, let's look at these team orders, and let's watch again Ollie have to move aside and let him pass.
It's not going to take long.
Yeah, look at that. No overtake, nothing. He's let them both pass, and now he's going to focus on holding on to P5, as he's got Margaret behind him now, and he definitely needs to be careful.
I thought that was a car going off, but it's not. It was just a blaze and glitching issues.
Yeah, I don't really want to spectate him at the moment because he was kind of all over the place. I'm just going to stick with Ollie at the minute because he's not losing that much time to his teammate ahead of him. Actually, as he comes through this right-hander, you can see how much time he is losing now. Actually, he's just dropped about 0.4 of a second through one corner 7.
Here they go. Now we're right back to square one where we were before the safety car. German right on the back of Izat. This time, he's going to have DRS, and he's 0.5 back on the hairpin. Let's see if he can make the move, both on the medium set of tires. Same set, same laps. Is he close enough to make it? He's 0.7 back before they get to the DRS line. I don't think it's going to happen. This is where Izat shines. Yeah,
he's got a little bit more overtake. Izat, do you know what I've noticed as well? Izat is very, very clever with his overtake. I don't think anyone manages it as well as him because you know, sometimes when someone's got DRS behind him and they're so close, Izat knows exactly when to turn it on, and he will wait till the last moment to make sure he gets the maximum amount of horsepower, additional horsepower provided to that engine. He's so clever.
Now you got to wonder, is Izat's time penalty the first of many? And are we going to see German pick up some as well? We have seen German pick up time penalties just the same as Izat. He's one to pick them up and rack them up. So
it's just going to have to be wait and see. Good. Yeah, we're about a third of the way through at the moment, just over a third of the way through. Vilsek has got himself back into the top 10, so that's nice to see. He's 9/10 behind Amish de Mark at the moment. Likel is still 1.9 behind Alex, the previous D2 winner from last season. He's not doing a bad job right now. He's looking good in P11. Let's hope he can get into the points. He's only 8/10 behind. I'm still going to stick with German though, because I just want to quickly switch to Izat actually and just look at his overtakes. You can see he's not using any overtake at the moment. He's left it off. He knows German's 5/10 behind, and he knows like German is not going to be able to catch up unless German decides to turn his overtake on. But German's overtake is better than Izat's at the moment, so he does have more to use. He does. But the question is, when is he going to use it, and is he going to deplete it too quickly?
I think it's too early to burn it all. He's making up a lot of time in Sector 1, a little bit of time in Sector 2, and then when they get to the straight, when they get to Casino Straight, it's trying to make that move. He's got to be somewhere around 5/10 when they get to the hairpin, and then suck it up, because it looks like 5/10 is the marker, where he's not going to be able to make the move. He's got to beat 5/10 to make the move on Izak going down to the Wall of Champions.
Cam's just set the fastest lap on a fresh pair of soft boots. It's a 1:11.2, I believe.
Isn't he wild?
He is. He is. Let's jump down to Margaret though, because Margaret is now caught up to the back of Ollie, who's picked up 3 seconds worth of a penalty, and Margaret's just less than 5/10 behind. So let's see if the gap is. I mean, the gap is the same. You know, Gurman was 5/10 behind Izak. Margaret's now 5/10 behind Ollie. Now let's see if Ollie is as clever with the overtake just coming out of the corner, or whether or not Margaret is going to take him here. But see, Ollie has DRS as well, and Margaret's also defending against a Blaze, so it's a bit more tricky for Margaret to do the overtake than it is for Gurman at the moment.
Yeah.
Almost an invalidation as well. No, he's not. Gurman's back up to less than 4/10, but I think he's going to lose it as he starts to go through the twisty part of the track now. Yeah.
Watch this turn. Just flies through this chicane.
It's amazing. They've got this nailed, haven't they? I mean, apart from that's 3-second penalty, both of these drivers right now are...
Yep. And I think Izak was actually saying earlier this morning in the practice sessions that he had just had a league race a couple weeks ago here, so it's gotta still be fresh in his mind. Didn't put in a lot of practice, but it still has to be fresh in his mind, all the breaking points. He did have racing line in the previous league race that he had here, but I don't know. I mean, it kind of just sticks with you, doesn't it? Once you go around this track 35 times, you kind of got it nailed.
Yeah, that's why you know, the best kind of practice you can get is just to do a full race length, well, 50% in this case. Do it once with a few drivers, AI if you have to. At the end of those 35 laps, so that 50% race, you're going to know this track inside out. Margaret's made a mistake! He's made a mistake! He's gone straight on at the chicane! He's not picked up a penalty, thankfully, but he's now finding himself behind CPI Ablaze. Ooh. I think he just outbroke himself there and had to go straight on. He spun the rear of the car slightly, but managed to just correct that just in time to avoid the wall. So that was a good save. Very good save.
A little bit further down, Lazo and Alex going at it. Lazo on 10-lap-old softs, and Alex on those 10-lap-old mediums. These two have been going at it for a while.
Yeah, they have. And just want to also point out, Maximus, one of the founders of OFR, is going to be racing in D2 today. He's making a comeback. He started in D3 in GTS, and he's going to be racing in D2 in F1 today. So, yeah, if you want to tune into that, make sure you do it at 7 o'clock UTC.
Be steering very clear of Maximus.
He'll get you. He'll get you. Thanks for joining, Max. Now, Gurman is a lot closer to Izak. He's very close. He's going to have to stay behind for now, but he might be able to get him if he can get a good exit out of the final chicane. No, he can't. It's still going to be Izak, but he's got DRS again. He's closing in on him. He's 0.2 of a second behind now. He's almost below 0.2. He is below 0.2, but he's going to have to stay behind for now. Big lock up on that front left.
So close. Oh. How does Izak stay solid with a full mirror of red in the rearview mirror? What did he do?
I don't know. It's amazing. Vilsek's just moved up to P7 as well. Remember, Vilsek started all the way down in P14.
Oh, something's happened to Ollie.
Oh, really? Let's have a look.
He's in. He's in.
Ah, he's in. Okay. He has got that penalty, remember.
That's going to put Ablaze in P5.
Good going. Very good going. You know what makes me sad? I think this was a race that Pingu could have got another podium in.
I think you're right.
If you
he
just
looked
look
very
at,
solid in practice this morning.
If you look at everything that's going on around here too, Margaret's just picked up a penalty, Izak's got a penalty, they're all battling so close. Pingu had the pace to be in the top 3.
Here we go, Robot. Gurman, 3/10, he's got the DRS open, he's 1/10, here comes the move, he's going to go down the inside, I think it's going to be a grand slam. Izak can't do anything but stay close and make the move on the next lap.
And now he's not going to get DRS either. Gurman's got it because of that one detection zone. Gurman has got it.
He made it look super easy, didn't he?
He did. Gurman is this championship fight is alive right now. Look at Honda as well. Honda's not too far behind either. He's only 1.7 seconds
and he's eating
behind.
Into it. It's not going backwards. It's coming up, and he's getting closer.
Yeah, Max has warned you, Havoc, that the mind games have now been initiated for D2, so you're going to have to look out for that. Now Margaret's caught up to the back of the Blades again, so remember Margaret went deep into the final chicane and he's fought back. He's fought back well. He was over a second behind and he's now got it within a second and he's got DRS as well. So the Blaze, look out.
Look at Vilsec up to P7 all the way from the back. Not a bad showing from him today.
Yeah, phenomenal. Another phenomenal show.
And then Lika had a pit and then he's back up to P10.
Oh, he's in the top 10 as well. Oh, lock up from a Blaze is glitching. He's glitching bad. Margaret is going to be in trouble here if he gets too close to him.
Yeah,
Ooh,
now
man.
how hard does this make an overtake possible? I mean, we've
Very
all
hard.
been through it. We've all had cars in front with the glitch. It almost seems impossible to make anything happen.
The Blazers just picked up a penalty as well. Stinson's in. Stinson is in the pits. What is going on here?
That's 12 laps on the mediums. We saw Ollie come in. I think Ollie had about 14 on. Lika's got 15. We should be seeing Lika come in on the next lap. That makes you wonder, because the guys are doing that two-stop strat. When are they going to come in? Is Gernman going to come in first? Is Izak going to come in first? Are they going to try the undercut? It's all going to kick off soon, guys, so just stick close. Check this battle out, because it's about to kick off. The top 8 are all on the same
Yeah. Holy
lap
moly,
of
you're right.
tires.
You're right, they're all on 30 lap
Yeah.
old tyres, so the pits strat is, like you say, the undercut is crucial, so when one comes in, they all have to come in. Who's going to go first? I think it's going to be Izak.
I think you're right. I think
Right, here we go. Let's see. So German is still coming in. No, he's. Oh, they're both staying out. They're both staying out. Oh, interesting. What's Honda doing? Honda stayed out as well. Let's see what Margaret does.
Honda's
They're all
getting
staying
so
out.
close. He's already
Okay.
two tenths. He's getting so close. Now imagine Honda catching up to these guys and making this a 3-car battle for one.
You know what it's going to be? I think they're going to come in on lap 20. So that way they do 15 laps on this medium and then 15 lap on the next. I think that's what it's going
I
to be.
think you're right. I think you're absolutely right, Robot. Izak's got to be careful here. I saw him cut that corner. That's got to be a warning. He's got to be super careful here. Gernman, no time penalties. So Izak's got to make this happen if Gernman doesn't pick anything up.
Yep. Let's see if he's going to do it. AJ joined us in the chat as well, saying Blaze's Wi-Fi is worse than his. Let's not go that far, AJ. Let's not go that far. He's still not. He's still not teleporting 3 positions ahead.
Something's going on with Izak here, Robot. He's dropping back on Gernman, and Honda's catching up.
Oh, he is. He's got his DRS open as well, so he's still within a second. Are they coming in? German's in. German's in. He's not staying out.
Here comes the undercut. Here comes the undercut.
Izak's just picked up another 3 seconds.
Another.
Oh,
And Honda
no.
stayed out as well.
Oh, look at that. He's at 7 tenths down on his time. Now, 15 lap old mediums, I suppose that's expected. But why is German and Honda pitting so much faster than him at the moment? Oh, Izak's cursed himself with penalties again. I think he's going to cost himself a race win.
I don't know how he does it, but we have seen him somehow come away with wins with these time penalties. I don't know how he does it. He's always come up with some way of being able to win a race with time penalties. I have no clue how he does it. It's all going to depend on this undercut right here as they come down to Lapingle, the hairpin, and come around. Izak's going to come around. Does he box opposite? Is he going to answer? Or is he going to stay out like we saw in China?
There's no reason for him to stay out, though. He needs to pit again. And even if there is a safety car, it's not going to help him at all. He's just going to stay... Well, okay,
Right.
if there is a safety car, he will keep first place. That's one thing that will happen. He's at the Stinson
There he is.
penalty
There
as
he
well.
is.
So, is Honda
He's
in as
in.
well?
Honda's in.
Okay. Izak's got 9 seconds.
You would expect Blaze to come in as well. He is. He's in. This should be the rest of the guys up. Now, Gernman's P5. Gernman's going into the wall of champions now. Is the undercut.
For sure. Yeah, German's passed him already. Izak's still got the limiter
That's
on.
how
Look
powerful
at the
undercut is.
Oh
Holy
my
cow.
gosh, wow.
It's a 4-second. Well, now he's coming out. The time delta's going to change.
It's 2 seconds. It's a 2-second advantage in one lap.
2.7 seconds. Holy cow. Wow.
Let's not forget though, Izat's got that 9-second penalty as well. So at the moment, Izat's down in P4.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hang on. Izat could actually be down in P7. I miscalculated. He's in P7. Oh my goodness. He's in trouble. He's in trouble.
So this is a salvage day for Izat. Definitely not going to make P1 happen. Not going to make podium happen, I don't think. So he's going to turn this into a salvage day, and he's going to have to try to make all he can out of this. His Honda is just 1.4 back. Honda's not letting him go.
We'll have to keep an eye on that gap. If it gets below a second, that's where we need to wonder, has Izat got something wrong with his car? He didn't change a win.
Stinson making a move on Ollie.
Is that another teammate order, or was that a...
I think so. I think that's another...
Yeah, but look at this. Now Ollie's getting pressure from the Blazer. That's the problem when you make team orders happen so close to the drivers. You lose out massively.
And then look who's behind Ollie.
Margaret is closing him down. So, Ollie's just picked up a penalty as well. Now look at this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 5 drivers at the moment without a penalty. Yeesh.
Let's see if we can pull the penalties up. It's going to be Izat with 9. Stinson, if you guys are looking at the penalties beside the names, Stinson's got 3, Ablaze has got 3, Ollie's got 6, and then Margaret's got 3.
Ooh, and Ollie's just pushed Margaret out of the track. And he's not letting him get past.
No, that's one of those driver respect things, isn't it? I mean, you kind of got to let him go.
I'm not sure who's going to get the DRS here. Oh, it's going to be Margaret. So Margaret's just got it there, so he's going to have a little bit of an advantage here. Let's see him pull away now. He's always using all of his overtake as well. He needs to be careful. He needs to watch that. He's going to run out, and he's going to be vulnerable. He'll gain a little bit back through the braking zone here at 13 and 14, and now he's going to get it again, and he's going to pull away. So, bit cheeky from Ollie there, but Margaret's ahead.
Look at the gap between Izat and Gurman. It's kind of still where it was when he came out of the pits. Honda's dropping back a little bit. Stinson trying to make some time up, but Honda is so bad. Honda's not one of those guys where if you're down in P4, he's not that guy that you're going to catch up to. You're going to have to work to make that time gap disappear.
Very true. And look at this, Gurman's got only 2.1 seconds now. So Izat's actually catching Gurman. Oh, 1.8! Hang on, what's going on? What's going on? It's coming down massively. His Gurman just made a mistake. He might have done.
Coming out of 14, or
that was 0.3 of a second on the coming up to the hairpin. So Gurman, he must have touched the grass or something, because he's lost it. He's losing more time now as well. I think he's touched the grass, and one of his tyres are very warm right now, so he's having to take it easy. And as Izat, not easy, Izat goes
that's the second
fastest.
lap in a row he's went fastest. Let's take a look at the race director. I want to see if Gurnman's got any warnings.
Larv says it's actually pronounced with a H sound. It's Hoto Husu. Just so you know. Sorry, back to the race. Apologies for that. Look at this. Hang on a minute. CPI Ablaze is pressuring Stinson right now.
Is he?
Look at the gap. It's only 0.7 of a second, and it's been coming down. I think it's gone up a little bit now, but does Stinson have wing damage or something?
Well, he's got newer tires, doesn't he? He's got 3-lap newer tires than Stinson does.
Ah, the undercut.
That's when Stinson came in super early. I believe it was about 2 laps before the top of the field came in.
The gap, that's now got 1.3 seconds. Like you said, it's 1. No, it is still 1.3. I thought it went above 1.4 then, but it is still 1.3. So the 1 lap younger tyres are going to help Izat out come, I don't know, what, lap 31, 32?
Yeah, but how much? I mean, is it enough to eat a second and a half? I don't know how he goes around Canada on a controller and makes it look this easy.
Yeah. One thing to clear up as well, Margaret is actually on a wheel. I know we've said multiple times that he's on a controller, but he actually contacted me the other day and just said, I've been watching the streams, and just to let you know, I'm using a wheel. So yeah.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, we always used to say how amazingly smooth his steering was, didn't we? we were always so amazed how we did it, but there you go, that's why he's using a wheel. Now, he's dropped off the back of the Blaze. He's 2.8 seconds behind right now. A Blaze has some serious pace around here, so I want to, point that out. You don't normally see him lapping similar pace to the top 3 guys. He's doing a great job right now, and he's got one of the top 5 guys behind him at the moment, Margaret, and he's pulling away from him. So, good job. Look at this, a Blaze is up to 4 tenths now! Is he going to get Stinson?
He's so close!
What is going on here? Now, Stinson has a 3-second penalty. Honda has no penalties. That's going to give Honda P2 at the moment. If German gets a penalty, Honda might also get a P1. So German needs to be very, very careful in his final 10 laps of this race. Stinson touches the grass there and goes a little bit wide. He has to lift, I think, to avoid that wall. And CPI Blaze is still gaining on him. Now, let's quickly bring the tyres up so you guys can see.
Oh, Honda just picked up a
time penalty. Look, dude, I swear we're clairvoyant or something. How do we keep guessing this?
Oh my gosh, Gerdman's the only one that hasn't been affected by commentator curse.
let's try and curse him. Alakazam! Come on, Gerdman. Get a penalty. He's doing a great job. He's still he's holding that gap at 1.3, 1.4 seconds. Look, it's been there for quite some time now.
And look at how much ERS he's got. He's at 8% ERS before he went into that braking zone, and now he's got to build it back up again. He's sitting on 35%.
Ollie and Mishta Mark have just traded positions. Mishta Mark has got past and he's got DRS again just to throw some more air in Ollie's face there as he's coming down the pitch straight. A Blaze still 6 tenths behind. So what is going on here? A Blaze, I want to see this every week from now on. This is phenomenal. I wonder if we're going to see someone jump on the softs at the end, because if they go softs for the last 5 laps, I reckon they'll be about 2 seconds a lap quicker.
Well, they've got to make these mediums go, don't they? I mean, if they come in, they're definitely going to lose a little bit, but does anybody have the room to do it?
That's the question. Big lockup from Stinson as he's going through the hairpin there as well. Gap between the top 2 still 1.4 seconds, so he can't close that down at the minute. He needs Gernman to start picking up penalty after penalty if he wants to win this race here. But just to remind you guys, behind them, there's only 3-second penalties behind them. The next 3 are only got 3 seconds worth of penalties. Vilsek's just got past Ollie as well. Vilsek's back up to P8. This is close. Now, I want to bring your attention to the back of the field as well. Cam and Liekler have been riding pretty closely these last few laps. It's 8/10 gap. Cam is to Liekler at the moment, and I think he's going to be gaining on him a little bit here.
Well, he is. He squashed the gap.
6 tenths. He's gaining another 2 tenths there with the help of the DRS, I believe. Let's see how close he can get. So this is where they usually start to just back up half a tenth every corner because of the loss of downforce. Excuse me. Vilsek is right on the back of Mishta Mark now as well.
Is it enough to make the move in 13? I don't think so.
He could get it on the next straight though if he can stick behind him here. So if Vilsek can nail the entry, he's done alright actually. He's done alright now. He's going to start to close that gap down now. You'll see it coming down. It's 4.33, 4.1. It's now 3 tenths. Ooh, not quite. He's going to have to wait another lap here. Ideally, it needs to be on the run up to turn 13, because that way you can use DRS to escape ahead down the main pit straight. That's where you need to get it done. Oh, lock up from Mishta Mark there. Big mistake from Mishta Mark. Here comes Vilsek now. He's claiming the inside line. Let's hope they don't come into contact with each other. No, they don't. Vilsek has got it done at 5.
What a move.
Nice move. That was kind of like a Vettel Hamilton. Remember when Vettel got that penalty?
Yeah, he pounced on that, didn't he?
He did. He really did. And the good thing is, though, Mark didn't close that door like Vettel did. He left enough space for him to continue on with the racing line. And that's what great racing is. That's where you see it. When you make a mistake, you don't try to ruin someone else's race. You deal with it and fight back. And Michel Mark is fighting back. He's still just 7 tenths behind, so he is going to get DRS now as Isaac closes the gap down to nearly under a second. We've got a yellow in Sector 2. It's a Renault. Is that Scotty? It is. He's going slow. I think he just had a bit of an off as he was coming out of that slippy right-hander, but he's okay. I'm trying to get a good view on his front wing, but Codemasters aren't doing much for me at the moment. He's going slowly.
The whole left is gone.
Oh, is it? Oh, he's going to have to come in. So this will be our test on that soft tyre then. 5 laps to go, just like we said. Let's see if that soft tyre is going to be 2 seconds a lap quicker.
Does he have another set?
He's at 3 tenths. Oh, what's going on?
What's going on here?
I don't know. What's happening? Has German got damage? He's going slowly. German's not turning into that corner as well as you'd expect him to. Oh, here comes Isaac. Scotty's he's retired in the pit.
He's got both wing.
Isaac passed.
And Isaac has made the same move that Gernman made on him previous.
What's going on here?
Now, Isac's not going to come away with the P1 here, but this is kind of like a hey.
Hang on, sorry. Look at this, Ablaze and Stinson. Ablaze has got him! He's going down the inside as he's coming into turn 1! He's claimed that racing line, he's claimed the apex! He's got both of them! He's got him! Oh, nice move, Ablaze! Bravo!
He just used Stinson's own braking move against him and got through those apex. Oh my god.
You can't get more textbook than that, can you? Careful positioning. And claimed both other apexes as well. He made sure he had that perfect line going through 2. That was important, and he's done it. Good job, Ablaze. I've not seen pace like this from him, ever.
No.
Ever. Wow. Good job. Very, very good job.
Oh, here comes Stinson.
Yeah, he's Ablaze. Did he lock up there? Did he outbrake himself?
I'm not sure. Stinson's not going to be happy with that glitch if he saw the same thing I did, because
I did not.
He was on the inside in the hairpin, and then all of a sudden, Ablaze is 2-3 car lengths ahead.
Someone lost some wing. Someone just lost some wing.
That was Stinson.
Is it?
That was Stinson. Stinson just lost an end plate, the right end plate. And it was the same thing. He was right on the back of the car, and then a second later, Ablaze is 3-4 car lengths ahead.
It's not...
Stinson's not going to be happy.
I think I'm missing it. I must be missing it. Maybe I am.
I mean, well, if Stinson's seeing the same thing that I'm seeing, then he's not going to be happy. He's not going to be a happy camper at all, because he's getting so close to the back of the car, and then a second later, Ablaze is 4 car lengths ahead.
Right, let me ride on board with Stinson. I'm riding on board with him now, but yeah, Ablaze is too far ahead now. Oh,
the damage has been done.
He's just picked up another 3-second penalty. He's not going to be happy then. I think you're right here, because if you're seeing one thing and I'm seeing another, that's network issue for Ablaze.
Yeah, like right here, the previous lap, they go through the hairpin. Stinson side by side with Ablaze. When they come out of the hairpin, Ablaze, his car jumps 4 lengths ahead, and that's what Stinson's seeing, and he's trying to react to it. Now, when they came down to the Wall of Champions turn, Stinson was right on the back bumper, and it was almost like Ablaze's car stopped and Stinson ran into it, and then a second later, Ablaze is 4 lengths ahead. So he's not going to be happy.
That's a shame. So let's go back up to the lead then. German has still got no penalty, so German is still winning this race for now. And look, we're on lap 33 already. That's gone by quickly, hasn't it? Oh my gosh, I mean, there's been so much close racing that the time's just kind of run away from me there. Wow. So it looks like Isak's going to finish P3 here today. German's going to get P1. Now, let me quickly look at the driver standings on the online Formula Racing app available in Apple App Stores near you. Let's have a look. German...
Shameless drop.
It can't be done, hasn't it? German's on 51 points. Oh no, so German's not going to take the championship lead. He's far too far behind at the minute. He's only on 51
he's
points.
A little far.
But he is going to jump Honda. Just. Oh no, he's not. He's still going to be behind.
Well,
no, he's not. He's going to be behind.
Honda's right there in P3. Stinson's in P5. They're going to get points. Izat's going to lose a little bit right here because I think... No, he's not.
No, he's still getting more points than Stinson, isn't he? So he's going to extend that 14-point gap up ahead. Stinson's not had the best of races today. And look at this, Mr. Mark and Vilsek are still battling as well. I want to give as much screen time to the guys in the midfield as well. So I'll stick with these guys for now and I'll jump back to the top two if they get any closer. But Vilsek, big comeback, hasn't he? Look at this. Let's have a look at the position change, just so you guys can see, if I can remember where it is. Vilsek has gained 6 positions from the start. So he started 13th and he's all the way up in P7 at the minute. So good job there, Vilsek.
Not only that, he had that incident where he dropped all the way back and then had to come all the way back up again.
Yeah, true. Oh, he did. He pitted just before the safety car, didn't he, for that hard tyre? So, without that, whatever happened to him, I'm not sure what happened, but without that, he could have been top 5, I reckon.
Yeah.
Because
or look, if the safety car didn't come out...
Hang on, Marglet's catching up to Stinson. It's going to be a last lap battle between Marglet and Stinson. Now, who has the most penalties? Let's have a look. Let's switch to the penalties, and let's go to the interval now. Oh, Marglet needs to clear him by 3 seconds, though. As he's just picked up another set. Oh, that's it! He just picked up 3 seconds there. So he's got to clear him on this last lap by 3 seconds. That's not going to happen, I don't think. Ollie's picked up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. What's Ollie doing in the pit lane?
Vilsek could grab a top 5 here.
Oh, you're right. He could. He could. Now, German's just 1 tenth behind. They're coming up to the hairpin now. It's the final lap, remember, so let's stick with German and Izat for now. He could get him here.
Oh, he's got a run. He has a run. Here comes the overtake. Izat's got his overtake on. German's is going to last a little bit longer.
Oh, German's got 0. German's got 1%. 1%. He's out. German's out of the RS. Who's it going to be? It's going to be German. He's going to win the race and make sure he does it on track as well. And Stinson picks up Izat picks up another 3-second penalty. German wins the race here. Izat finishes second. Honda's going to come across the line now and jump Izat. So Izat's got P3. And where's CPI Blaze? Everyone. I mean, he has had some network issues, but look at this pace he has.
You can't argue the pace that he's got. Yeah,
Marglet's got past Stinson as well. So CPI Blaze finishes P4, Marglet's got past Stinson, but he's going to get jumped, unfortunately, because of that extra penalty. Marglet finishes P5, Stinson's going to jump him, Stinson's going to get P5 instead. Mr. Mark's going to finish in P8, Vilsek's going to jump both of them! Vilsek's got P6! Wow! Well, there you go. Don't get penalties, boys, and you're in for a treat. Now, Tommy's finished P9. Cam's going to round out the top 10, but he's going to get jumped by Lazo because of the penalties. Alex is going to come across the line and jump Cam as well. So Cam comes down in P12, and Leek is going to jump in too. Leek has got P12. Cam lost 4 positions there because of the penalties.
Oh
wow.
My gosh.
That penalty right at the end for Vilsek cost him P5. Vilsek got a penalty on the last chicane, I think.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think that cost him P5. By 0.8 of a second.
He's going to pick up drivers, but man, you've got to wonder. I think Mr. Mark made a move on him right at the end, and it might have thrown him off just enough for him to pick up that penalty.
That's something that the steward could probably remove, because if it was the last corner, it won't really affect anything else that happens in the race. But, I mean, what a race. What a race. There was not one dull part in that race, was there?
How Izat got fastest lap and a podium with 12 seconds of penalties, I will not be able... I mean, how?
I don't know how he does these things. He is the real OG in
And his fastest lap is, what, 6/10 clear of anybody.
I don't know what to say. I mean, just to remind you guys, we don't use any assist here, not even the racing line. And they're doing that. I don't know how they do it. Anyway, that's it. Race over. Driver of the day went to Vilsek. Who would the driver of the day go to for you, if you had to choose?
I would still have to say Vilsack. Just with the amount of penalties that he did not pick up, just picking up that last one at the very end right there, that's got to be driver of the day for me. No penalties,
Yeah.
got through the race as good as he did. Went all the way back from that pit stop. Safety car made him, gave him the gift of catching back up again, and then he made the opportunity worth it by doing all the overtakes he did and catching up. I mean, it was a wonderful day for him.
So that's it, guys. D2 will be starting in 45 minutes time, so make sure you tune in for that. I think we're going to have 17 guys racing there as well today, so we've had a few dropouts, unfortunately, but they'll be back after the break, of course. So yeah, let's see there where Havoc's going to be racing against Maximus. Going to be a great race.
We'll see you there.
Yeah, see you later, guys.